Welcome students. Let's start with Unit 2, Environmental Problems. Module name, Measurement of Pollution. Module number 06. I am Nehal Asgaonkar, Assistant Professor, Government College of Arts, Science and Commerce, Cape, Goa. The outline of this module, I will be talking about the introduction of pollution and what are pollutants. I will be talking about air pollution, the sources of air pollution, effects, methods of measurement and control measures. The learning outcome of this module will help us to identify the sources of pollutants, understand the causes of air pollution, interpret the causes of air pollution and help us to learn the methods of air pollution. What is environmental pollution? Any undesirable change in the physical, chemical or biological characteristic of air, water, soil which cause harmful effects on various forms of life or property. Pollutant, any solid, liquid or gaseous substance present in such concentration that can be harmful to the environment. Air pollution. Release of pollutant into the air that cause effects to human health and the planet. Air pollution is the presence of substances in the atmosphere that are harmful to the health of humans and other living beings or cause damage to the climate or to the material. There are different types of air pollutants such as gases such as ammonia, carbon monoxide, sulfur dioxide, nitrous oxide, methane and chlorofluorocarbons. There are different particulates which include both organic and inorganic materials and some biological molecules. Air pollution may cause diseases, allergies and even death to humans. It may also cause harm to other living organisms such as animals and food crops and may damage the natural or built environment. Air pollution are caused by both human activities and natural processes. Types of air pollutant. There are two types of air pollutant. First one is the primary pollutant. The pollutant that directly cause air pollution are known as primary pollutants. Example is sulfur dioxide which is emitted from factories. Second type is the secondary pollutant. The pollutant formed by the reaction of primary pollutant are known as secondary pollutant. Example is the smoke which is formed by the reaction of smoke and fog. What are the sources of air pollution? Burning of fossil fuels, automobiles, agriculture activities, factories and industries, mining activities and some domestical sources. Effects of air pollution. Global warming. Global warming is a direct consequence of greenhouse effect which is produced by the high emission of carbon dioxide and methane into the atmosphere. Smoke effect. A load of pollutants. This effect can be of two types, sulfurous smoke and photochemical smoke. Both are dangerous and harmful to the health. Acid rain. When substances like gases include sulfur dioxide and nitrogen oxide accumulate into the atmosphere and react with water, they form dilute solutions of nitric and sulfuric acid. And when those concentrations are present in the rain, both the environment and the surface suffers. Other effects of air pollution are human related problems and extinction of animal and plant species. What are the control measures which are taken to reduce air pollution? Avoid using vehicles. People should prefer using public modes of transport to travel from one place to another. This not only prevents pollution but also conserves energy. Use of clean energy resources. Use of solar, wind and geothermal energies reduce air pollution at a larger level. Energy conservation. A large number of fossil fuels are burned to generate electricity. Therefore, do not forget to switch off the electrical appliances when not in use. What are the different methods of measurement of air pollution? Let's see one by one. Analysis of carbon monoxide. As we all know, carbon monoxide is colorless, odorless and a tasteless gas. Sources are automobile, which contribute to the 80% of carbon monoxide, and burning of coal, wood, etc. There are two methods of measurement for the carbon monoxide. First is gas chromatographic method and second is spectrophotometric method. Next is analysis of oxides of nitrogen. In gaseous form, nitrogen is colorless, odorless and generally considered as an inert gas. In liquid form, nitrogen is also colorless and odorless and looks similar to water. Sources: organic material, food, fertilizers, explosive and poison. Method of measurement is spectrophotometric method. Analysis of sulfur dioxide. It is a colorless gas with a strong odor. Sources: burning of coal and oil in power plants. Method of measurement is conductivometric method. Analysis of hydrogen sulfide. It is a colorless poisonous gas with a smell of bad eggs made by the action of acid on sulfides. It is poisonous, corrosive and flammable. Sources: stagnant water with low oxygen content, volcanoes, hot springs and underwater thermal vents. Method of measurement is spectrophotometric method. Analysis of hydrocarbon. They are generally colorless and hydrophobic with only weak odor. Sources: contaminated land, oil spillage, pesticides, automobile oils and urban stormwater discharges. Method of measurement is gas chromatography. Then we have the particulate matter, which is a mixture of soil particles and liquid droplets found in the air. Sources: they are emitted directly from a source such as construction site, unpaved road, field, smokestacks or fires. Method of measurement this measurement is done using a higher volume air sampler and microscopic examination. Let's summarize the methods of measurement. Carbon monoxide, we use gas chromatographic method and the spectrophotometric method. Oxides of nitrogen is measured by spectrophotometric method. Sulfur dioxide is measured by conductivometric method. Hydrogen sulfide is measured by spectrophotometric method. Hydrocarbon is measured by gas chromatography, and the particulate matter, which is present in the air, is measured using a higher volume air sampler and microscopic examination. Let's summarize this module. Pollution is the introduction of contaminants into the natural environment that cause adverse change. Pollution can take the form of chemical substances or energy such as noise, heat or light. The component of pollution can either be foreign substances or natural occurring contaminants. These are some book references and some web references. Thank you.